All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at a deeply personal diary that asks a really powerful question. When your future is uncertain, what can you actually hold on to? Now, this is a story about recovery, but it's not about finding a cure. It's about finding an anchor, a fixed point, right in the middle of a storm.
So, our story kicks off with a really simple sentence, but one that carries an incredible amount of weight. On the 1st of July, I slept in the new house for the first time. You see, this isn't just an entry in a journal, it's a declaration. After a period of huge challenges, this one single act marks the real start of a new chapter.
And you've got to understand, this was way more than just moving some boxes. The author makes it really clear that just a year before, a project like this would have been completely unimaginable. The whole idea of a new home was just too challenging, too uncertain, and honestly, it was way too much for a body that was still healing.
So this move, which was just this quiet, personal choice to try and build a better life, it became this sort of unexpected test. It turned into a way to measure physical recovery, a way to see just how far the author had truly come.
And just look at this contrast here. I mean, the physical work of moving, that could have been a massive setback. But instead of failing, the author's body was present, it was reliable, and it was surprisingly ready. It didn't just let the move happen, it was actively supporting it.
And this right here, this might be the most precious takeaway from the whole experience. The author talks about the new awareness of being able to trust, to rely on it, even just a little. See, it's not just about getting your strength back. It's about rebuilding this fundamental trust in your own body.
Okay, so with this new confidence, both in body and mind, the author starts to build. They start taking these really practical, forward-looking steps to actually establish this new normal.
And this isn't passive recovery, right? This is active health management. We see them getting the vaccinations they need, scheduling appointments months ahead of time. This is literally the architecture of a stable, healthy future being deliberately put into place.
This is just a perfect illustration of what it means to reestablish a life step by careful step. A new house needs a new doctor, right? And the logic here is so clear. It's all about practicality, about efficiency, and finding a professional who has a collaborative attitude. Every single step is a conscious choice towards building a more organized, normal life.
And, well, the results really speak for themselves.
I'm always well, the author writes. I have a lot of energy, and I'm continuing to organize my new house. This is it. This is that peak of stability, that feeling of everything finally falling into place.
But just when that sense of stability feels solid, the narrative takes a really sharp turn. Because recovery is never, ever a straight line. That underlying anxiety, the shadow of the illness, it starts to creep back in.
So, despite feeling great physically, there's this upcoming hematology visit, a checkup for blood disorders looming on the calendar. The author describes this growing daily anxiety that's tied to this one appointment. And it's such a powerful reminder that feeling healthy and being medically clear can be two totally different things.
And it all comes down to this one central haunting question that just lives right alongside all this newfound wellness. But is the monster still inside me, the author asks? Is it just sleeping, or is it going to reawaken? This is that core uncertainty that you just can't wish away.
So how on earth do you live with that duality, with this amazing health and this paralyzing fear side by side? Well, the author reframes the entire experience, and they arrive at this really profound conclusion about what all of this effort truly means.
This period of wellness, which the author calls a parenthesis of health, it wasn't just for enjoying the moment. It was a window of opportunity, and they used it to build something tangible, something concrete, the new home, something that will still be there no matter what any future tests might say.
And this is absolutely crucial. The author completely rejects the language of war and battles. As they state so simply, it is not a victory. Because, claiming victory implies the fight is over, that there's a finality that just isn't guaranteed. This isn't about defeating an enemy.
No, it's about something else entirely. But it is a fixed point. The new house, the organized life, the reclaimed health, this isn't some trophy of victory. It's an anchor. It's a tangible achievement of stability that they built with their own hands, and it provides a safe harbor against a future that is still a vast ocean of uncertainty. And that leaves all of us with a really powerful question, one that goes far beyond this one story. When we're faced with a future that we just can't control, what are the concrete things we can build? What becomes the fixed point that we can hold on to no matter what comes next?